Hello and welcome to my home. I'm Lauren Rahufchik and this is Get It Outta Here. On this week's episode, we are actually going to my girlfriend's house to build some custom closet drawers. Now, her husband started gutting the house 2 months ago, and the completion of the house is going to coincide with when she comes back from the hospital after giving birth to their second child. No time like the present. Initially, when we were figuring out the design and the layout of the closet, we thought that the most important factor was cost, so we found something that would just get the job done. And when we showed her husband David, he was like, "Lauren, these look cheap." And I was like, well, that's because they are cheap. So he decided that he wanted to go for a higher end look. Twist my arm, I love to spend more money. However, the issue with Ikea closets, which are the most affordable and attractive closet system, is that you need a minimum ceiling height of 80 inches. And because of the sloped ceilings, we only had 62. And as I was explaining this to a very exhausted David, who has not taken a day off in 2.5 months, he was like, "This is too much work. Let's just stack 2 dressers on top of each other and be done with it." And I was like, oh my God, I just clicked buy. I'm so sorry. Why don't I go pick them up and customize them and install them? So the first order of business was to figure out how we were gonna put these puppies together. We're gonna cut it here. And then take this top and put it on top, but it actually fits inside of these 2 panels. So I need to find a way to fix it to the top because it won't just rest on it because it's not wide enough. Once I was aware that the top panel couldn't just be resting on the top, I put that information in the back of my mind and I set to work figuring out which end of the side panels were the top. I measured and marked the side panels to the desired new length, and then I measured again, and then I measured again, because you have to measure everything 4 or 5 times before you cut. That is a non-negotiable. I had this guy come in and help hold the panel while I cut it. Unfortunately, he blocked my shot and I fired him shortly afterwards. I'm just kidding. I applied blue tape to where I'm cutting to help the white veneer stay intact. I used a jigsaw because I didn't feel like carrying my heavy-ass skill saw down my apartment steps. We did the same thing for the second side. Whatever saw you use, always use a blade with small teeth when you're cutting anything with veneer to minimize the chipping. Once the tops were cut off, boy did I regret telling David to throw those out.
Yeah, those 2 are garbage.
I brought the pieces upstairs and strapped my knee pads on. Knee pads are essential for working comfort. If you are not wearing knee pads when you're working, you're a cuck. Straight up. Now we're gonna address putting the base of the cabinet together because it's not customized at all, so we can just follow the Ikea instructions. These are our cam fittings. These are our dowels. When you forget your hammer, the back of your screw gun will do. However, if you are hammering into a veneer, you must use a mallet. And when I came back on day 2, I realized I should not have thrown out those side panel scraps. Back to my closet prison. These are the cam lock fittings. The cam lock, when you tighten them, it's going to pull the bottom panel and the side panel tighter together. Then I wrapped my head around what we needed to attach the top panel. So now we're going to go through the process of figuring out what we're missing. This is the part that we cut off, and this is our top up here. And I'm going to use this as a guide to put the holes that we need to put in to safely mount it to the wall and put our dowels and our screws with our cam locks in it. Ikea is confusing on its own, but when you're hacking its structural integrity, it comes with a host of problems. And this was the exact moment where my beautiful cabinet base ripped apart. Now, this is why contractors won't touch Ikea.
And that's the Ikea, so that's the problem.
They order cabinets that are pre-assembled. Ikea cabinets are less expensive, but you're gonna end up paying for it on the back end with the labor cost of assembly. So unless you're doing it yourself, you're not gonna save money. You're gonna be tripping over dollars to pick up pennies. So I digress. We have the box standing. I attached the back panel, cut it down to height, and I definitely pulled a muscle doing that. And now we start the drawers, which are quick moving, and it's kind of enjoyable because I can shut off my brain for a minute. I had assembled a few of the drawers at home, but I didn't have my truck, so I couldn't fit all of them. So this is the end of day 2. On the 3rd day, I returned. I threw in the last 2 drawers and we called it a wrap. And that's it. That's my custom portion of the closet. Isn't it a little anticlimactic? Because all I did was make something look normal. Normal is finished edges, drawers working effortlessly, nothing jumping out as incorrect or incomplete. Normal is a high bar that takes a massive amount of work to achieve. So if your home isn't perfectly designed, it's because it takes a ton of work to get there. And the less money that you have, the more work goes on your back. But I believe in you, and you should believe in yourself too, or just hire me. Either way. All right, that wraps up this week's episode of Get It Outta Here. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on socials. Come to my monthly stand-up show. And remember, folks, if it doesn't look good, get it out of here. All right, I'll see you later. Bye. New episodes of Get It Outta Here are posted every 1st and 3rd Monday of the month. Please like, share, and subscribe.